What's going on, guys? I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team OTB Discs, and you have found day 18 of Vlogmas. And I have found my 179th
unique course I have ever played.
Thanks to UDisc for providing awesome stats like that, helping you keep track of where you played, as well as how you've played over the years. We're here at Heritage Oaks Disc Golf Course, just outside of Killeen, Harker Heights area, next to Fort Hood, a huge military base up here north of Austin. And this is going to be the premier disc golf course to play if you're in this area. It's 28 holes, but I've heard the original 18 are the best, and so that's what we're going to bring to you guys today for day 18 of Vlogmas. Let's check it out. Pretty cool to see some nice tee signage giving a good depiction of the hole and a little bit of description of what the out of bounds is. To the left, it's sidewalk and beyond. To the right, it's water and beyond. Pretty simple here. 242 dual option, low ceiling. If the rest of the course plays on this difficulty level, it's going to be a nice, challenging, and fun track. I'm going to go OTB color shift zone, flat through that gap on the right. Ooh, just nicked a juniper coming into the green. It really thickens up with tree trunks, but that was a great shot to start. Let's go. Didn't really see this dip between you and the basket, so another obstacle to be aware of. And really just getting it to circle's edge is all you can realistically do. The trees thicken up to the point of where you almost can't choose a gap coming into the green here. And even this bullseye putt has some obstruction. No obstruction of justice though. I earned that too. Hole 2, 285. Similar setup to the last one, but just a little bit wider and a little bit longer. Right side's the best gap, but the left hand backhand or the right hand forehand also sets you up well. Eventually it looks like they're going to spread that mulch around the green, and then it won't be blocking the lines here. But I'm going to go back to that color shift zone. And the only thing I'm switching here is from kind of my modified fan grip to power grip with that added distance. Give me the skip. Yeah, let's go. I guess I didn't mention the only thing left out of bounds is the road, but hopefully you don't end up there. Unless you go with that right hand forehand, could come into play. One of the craziest things to me is the fact that this dynamic recruit catches better than the veteran, which is supposed to be the better basket. Make it make sense. Hole 3 is a tricky par 3, only 255. Out of bounds sidewalk on the right. Road long, shouldn't come into play. Narrow line straight at it. There's also a couple gaps off to the left you can choose. None of them are easy though. I'm gonna go with the Watt. Try to hyzer flip it right at the basket. Got a little flat out of the hand there, but I leaked through, avoided the kicks right. We got a long putt. Okay, tricky little cliffside lie in the fire ant pile. We gotta go, quick. Oh, almost made it. They ain't happy. Sorry, buds. Hole 3 is nice and difficult for the distance, and it looks like we got some devoured chicken of the woods or something right here. Hole 4 is 385 feet. They're calling it a par 3. Don't really agree with that as is. I'd love to see it maybe have some out of bounds with these creeks, which they probably already are. Like a techie par 4. Because right now, if you have the over the top distance, it's threeable. If not, it's a pure luck factor trying to go through these trees low. So I'm going Kobe Bryant up high. Try to clear that creek at the end. Okay, drop down just short of that creek actually. We're gonna have a bid at it. Not really sure what the vision of this hole is. I think it could either be a slightly made harder and be a par 4, or even just as is, it's almost a par 4. Or you gotta make it easier. I don't know, one of the two, but it's close. They definitely created a tough par 3 here. I think you could just leave the basket right here, and it could be a good hole. Or like I said, as is, it's just like too easy for a par 4, too hard for a par 3. So something has to change here. Great terrain though, so I'd love to see this part of the course keep getting used. Fade now. Let's go. Easy 2 all day. I guess it is a par 3. You're right. Now, when I say something has to change, I don't really mean it has to. It's okay to have challenging par 3s. I just feel like that hole could be optimized. So that's kind of more what I mean. And here we are, another par 3, 417. Straight across, it looks like the creek splits around the basket, creating your little island green, if you will. Water is out of bounds, so you got to choose, am I sticking this green, am I playing it short? We're going Kobe, because this one feels longer than 420 here. So let's see if the feeling is correct. This hole is definitely going to be longer than 420. Let's laser that. I'm going to guess it's like 450 or 60 to the basket, maybe more. Yeah, 435, so a little longer than it said. I'm just weak, I gotta throw stronger. Now, this is a good time to mention how the things I could have done better to prepare for this hole, having not played it before. Number one, use the rangefinder so you don't just feel like it's longer than it is, actually know what it is. And I probably should have thrown the Athena to avoid fading late, keep the disc straight. What I am here, in the 1 meter wide creek, we're out of bounds. Time to save a par. Oh, that's so right. You wanted it, y'all. Hey, that's why you keep your hips flexible, kids. Well, let that one get away from us. It's going to be the only bogey of the round, though. I can guarantee that. So far, this property is really beautiful. It plays along this creek. You got some rock outcroppings like the one leading up to the green here, creating some great visuals. And there's enough elevation change to give you a little bit of nuance throughout the track. Just up that rock face, like we said, tucked to the right is this basket. However, nothing tells me I can't throw Spike Heiser cap wrap up here and kind of stall it back left. So that's what I'm going to do. Much as I like this straight gap, I ain't taking it unless he caused me to mando left of those oaks there, which I wouldn't hate that either. But since I got the skies, I'm going to go to him. That feels really good. If it clears the treetops up there by the green. I heard rock on the landing, probably a good sign. Quickly finding out that there are some extremely guarded putting windows out here. Do not go long of this basket. Dang it! This little boulder saved me from the tragic rollout. And yeah, we got a classic Texas hill country course, scrubby greens. There's going to be some guarded windows. You are not guaranteed to putt just because you're inside circle one. You're not. It appears this is the white box for hole 7. I see blue flags back there, earthen tee. We're going to play all the concrete boxes out here, so it might be kind of a mixed layout. I know there's some red boxes on every hole as well, which I think is great. Like we said, there's not a lot of courses around here, so having options for the advanced and beginning players is huge on a course like this. 360. Water long out of bounds. You got to skip right or skip left at the end of your flight, but you do have low ceiling here off the tee. I'm tempted to go Spike Heiser, but I'm going to keep it low. Cap wrap. Kind of flex it, let it fight back. Now I just need a good skip there. And yeah, looks like I'm a touch long. Hopefully it stayed up top and we got a close putt. Turns out there's a bit of a false front off the tee, making you feel like once you're past it, you're past the basket, but there's a little bowl right here waiting to collect the good drives. And yeah, it's a good feeling birdie. I like that hole. Good challenge and repeatable, though specific. You got the creek right here behind. The fishies is flowing. I might have to dive on in here after the round. If I take another bogey, I'm doing it. Once again on the white tee for hole 8, because that's the one with the concrete. 383. Left, you have a road and some houses. And to the right, you have a hazard fairway for the next hole over. So you're going to want something that's going to fade left for you. Beyond this cluster of small juniper trees lies a basket. Not sure exactly where, but we're going to find it with this cap wrap on a high flex that stalls left at the end. There's the flex. Now where's that stall back? There it is into your frame, but just deep. Hopefully we have a jump putt or something. And that's why you practice the course before you play a tournament. I was under the impression the basket was somewhere right here at the bottom of the hill. And there it is on the hillside. So I needed way more hyzer out of the hand and maybe even a faster disc. Oh, wow. This is a tough lie, you guys. I'm gonna go faith, left foot across my body, little pan shot. Oh yeah, beautiful. I almost want to go back to the tee and replay this hole, but it's all right. You know, I'm just gonna make it from there. And next time I play this hole, I know what to do. Hole 9 is going to be the first par 4 of the track. 486 feet to the left, you have a road to some houses, but you should not get up there. Quite a steep hill between you and that. Basket's off on the right, deep into the woods. I'm going to go roller off this tee. Really jamming at that left edge. Put enough speed to get it going. Orbital MVP Open 2024 stamp. About to abduct this too, UFO style. So bad.
Are you trying to do a roller?
Yeah. Needed to either use more airspace off to the left with that shot or throw it a lot faster. And we got a tricky approach. I'm gonna go Iron Samurai MD3. Try to shave past this tree in front of my lie. Ooh, that tree kind of got me. Hard to trust when it's that close to you. And the forehand was a little too guarded. So we're gonna have to settle for a par unless we can chip one in. Hope dies last when you throw the faith. Or it dies as soon as the disc comes out of your hand. Man, I'd love to go replay that hole and the last one, honestly. Kind of let some strokes go. Time to refocus. Only thing to look out for on hole 10 is to not be on the adjacent fairways, as both of them play as hazard, so you'll play your lie with a penalty stroke. 435, par 4. Pretty open gap here. Late low ceiling and those tree trunks in the way. I'm gonna go cloud breaker. Try to just beam it through those trees. Definitely a short par 4. Let it fade a little bit early. I'm gonna have a putt for eagle, but if I could have it hold that turn for one more second, it would have been money. I'm gonna get on a knee just to avoid the prickly nature of my lie if I don't. And we're inside the circle for an eagle look here on 10. But it doesn't really matter what you call it. It's a good 2 to grab. Definitely in that long fairway driver range. But with the late low ceiling and an ace opportunity, I think you got to go distance driver here. Another par 4 and 11, 507 here, the longest hole yet. Hazards with your adjacent fairways. Issue is I don't really know where those start. I'm eyeing either big flex over this gap in the middle or go big hyzer. I think I'm going to go for the big flex. Try to get up there. See if we can put this one close. Kobe Bryant breaking the clouds. Get through. Come left. Yes. I'm at the red tee. Let's go. Now, let's show you guys the red box here. Straight shot. Low ceiling here at the midpoint. Finishes left. I'm going to go mutant. Pump it flat with quite a bit of power. Let the disc fade for me and skip. So beefy. But it got through the trees. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle, y'all. I feel like my mutant slipped through that gap like that fish guy in X-Men through the little bars. You know what I'm talking about? Let's take advantage of the good fortune. There it is, slow and steady for the bird. This one's a legit-ish par 4. Definitely difficult enough where I like it. I think if you score 2, you did something amazing. They're starting to stack par 4s together here as we get to hole 12, 484. Out of bounds creek on the right. And to the left, there's a hazard fairway. Not gonna lie, I don't love any of these gaps off the tee. They're very limiting with the ceiling and a lot of tree trunks to beat as well. So I'm gonna go up to that sky space we got. I think I'm going sky roller with the orbital. If I can land it with enough speed, I might be able to get a long putt. Coming back into frame. Oh, landed out there in the middle-ish and kind of cut curled. Not a bad spot. I think we'll have a scramble forehand or a backhand depending on our lie. I'm going to try the left side low forehand just to show you guys what I think the other best line is going to be. Yeah, that was a good one. Definitely probably the biggest and most repeatable gap out of these prescribed ones, but if you got over the top power, you're licking them chops. Normally I would forehand this shot, but I want redemption on this faith. So I'm going to toss it, taking my lie back to open up the airspace off these trees on my left side. Yeah, that was a good delivery for sure. Exactly the pace we wanted. Easy 3. As of right now, I'm really liking the setup out here. I think it could increase in difficulty. Maybe it's a matter of me playing some of those blue boxes, and hopefully they'll get some concrete tees poured on those soon. And then I feel like there's not a better place to practice between Austin and Waco right now. I prefer this to any of the Temple Belton area courses as is right now. I'm sure some of those courses with some tweaks and continued work can rival this one, but I don't know, this one's got some good character and some nice variety of lines so far. Hole 13, 295 across this creek right here. Pretty narrow and guarded approach as you get into that green area. I like the high stalling forehand for a right-hand player here. I feel like the backhand just bring in too much stuff. And you really want to make sure you give this one the juice. Cap wrap, hyzer forehand. That feels really good, y'all. Oh, and like I said, there's just so many trees as you start to narrow in on that green. Hopefully it's not wet. We should have a putt up the hill. I'm a little fortunate there's not a tournament string line as it would likely be up top here. Making this one so difficult. Honestly, the window is here, so it is fair and repeatable, though I feel like it could be kind of trimmed up a little bit to avoid some of the luck factor that's going to happen on a hole when it gets this narrow. I'm going to take my putt, try to save a birdie. Since we got those casual rules right now and T sign says surrounded by water. I don't see any water. Easy bird. Sue me. Par 3, 225. Creek out of bounds on the left. Path on the right. Only one real option down this pathway on the left here. Low-ish ceiling brought in. Really sets up well for a right hand, backhand, slight turning shot. I'm going with the Watt. Great line. Hopefully it slid up there nice and straight. I'm not going to have a chance at ace, but that's a birdie play. We got some beautiful fall colors in this hallway with these oak trees here. You love to see it. Easy tap in 3. If you want some cool Pokemon dies or your favorite anime, your favorite character from any TV show, your favorite basketball, football, soccer player, esports gamer, pastor, it doesn't matter. Hit up Zane Wim. He'll get it dive for you. 4 holes to play, and we have a tricky one here in the 15th, 332. Out of sight to the left, low ceiling coming in about for that last 130 or flight here. Because of that, I'm going 9 speed. Raptor looking to get some skip at the end. A little wide. Hopefully I can get lucky on some skip. We did. Probably some kind of long edge of circle 1 look, I'd guess. I thought I was way long, but I guess my lack of course knowledge kind of evened out. Lost me a stroke earlier, gained me a stroke here. But really, did it gain me a stroke? Because if I would have known the hole, I would have scored on it as well. So, you do the math. Hole 16 is 286 feet. Very demanding straight shot. Almost no way to park it without getting lucky. So because of that, just play it straight through the gap. Don't fall for the bait. I'm going to go MD3. Because of the demand of the low ceiling, I don't feel like I'll really be able to miss long. And if I do, it's one of those pat on the back misses. Miss left, kick right. Oh my God, that's exactly how you play this hole. You just get lucky and you take a 2. And that's why I don't love overly tight woods holes. I was going to go big spike hyzer, but they mandoed that away, which is probably good to keep you off the walking path. I think this one could either be shorter, lefter, or less trees. And then it'd be pretty good. You know, looking back at it, the hole's, it's solid, it's challenging, pseudo repeatable, but I think it could be more fun with some small tweaks and still play nice and challenging. We're going to take advantage of that too, though, and keep on running. 2 holes to go, and we look to have a challenging par 4 here. Bending to the left, matching the slope of the land. Low juniper canopy throughout. It'll be hard to get a lot of distance off this tee shot. Hopefully set yourself up past this initial bend or at it. Give yourself a second shot. I'm going cap wrap, low hyzer. Try to skip through the rock field if we get lucky. A little wide and fast. You really got to cut it early here if you're throwing that fast. But we'll see what we have. Even with the deep shot here, shows this one definitely is twoable. You just got to hit the perfect drive and get a little ground action if you want to putt. Faith, chip up. Such an awkward step through shot I did right there. Hung on to it, but it'll be an easy 3. Now, if you're a highly allergic lad or lassie like myself, you're going to want to walk in these paths out here and wear pants as much as possible. Plus, it seems like snake territory in the summer. But I got the hives going on them legs from this grass, y'all. Hole 18 is going to be a really tricky finisher. Honestly, I wouldn't hate the tee moving like 10 feet down the hill to the left here. Opening up a great tunnel shot. Probably would be one of the more cool holes on the course. And now it's a little bit of a sore spot of a finisher in my opinion, just because the lack of real repeatability up the middle is going to lend to over-the-top shots gaining advantage on the true intended line. And obviously you have the treetops to contend with and more wind when you do that. But it's pretty calm right now. And I'm going Kobe Bryant on this 330-footer. Out of bounds with the walking path on the right. Creek on the left. Hey. It's a little tight right. Got knocked down by some treetops. Should be a long putt, but I feel like going over the top, you pretty much guarantee a 3. Up the middle, feels like it can be a little scary. I'm going to try one for you guys, just to show you what it's like. Maybe go with that MD3 on a forced turnover. Watch, I'm going to freaking fillet this line. Annoyingly so. I already knew it. Literally just an absolute lace job. So I guess the up the middle line is a real thing out here. And good job, course designers. You fooled me. You fooled me. You did good. Where there's a window coupled with a will, there's always a way. Dang it! Well, like I said, that 3 play is safer with the over-the-top shot, I feel like. Less chance out of 4. But it's going to be a little bit harder to get the 2. And of course, I parked it annoyingly with MD3 like I knew I would. Line's there. It's just specific. You got to have it hold the whole way. And I've really enjoyed my time here at my 179th career course. What's going to be 180? Who knows, you guys? We're going to find out probably here on the Connor O'Reilly Vlogmas channel on YouTube. Thanks you guys for watching. For OTB Discs, I'm Connor O'Reilly, and you guys are the best fans in disc golf. Thanks for liking, subscribing, hitting that bell, and for checking out day 19 tomorrow. We'll see you there.